Hi everyone. There are many reasons why now can be a good opportunity to get started with a new animal facility management software. In this short video, we would like to share what we have seen in this very special year. We will also answer some of the most common questions that we get. So Matt, why do I need a facility management software to start with?
Thanks a lot, Eric. That's a great question that we actually get asked quite a lot. So there are still a lot of people that are actually using pen and paper to record their data, or maybe a series of different Excel spreadsheets. Now, there's no doubt about it, these work, but it then becomes quite laboursome to try and collate all of that data, or maybe compile statistics for your annual reports or your IACUC assessments. There's also been a lot of talk recently around the reproducibility of studies. Because of the lack of documentation from one site to the other, it's really then difficult to reproduce some of that data. For example, what were the environmental conditions in the room? Or what were the series of events that led to those adverse events that you found on those animals? So really, having animal facility management software helps produce better science and better results for some of those studies. But it also really helps in terms of efficiency in collecting the data, breeding animals, so we're only breeding the animals that we need, really optimizing what we're doing, and better helping us control our budget because we can plan and optimize what we're doing better. The other really big key advantage is in terms of real-time data entry. So that will help in terms of animal welfare, because, for example, if we have an animal that's showing signs of ill health, what we can do is we can send notifications to the veterinary surgeon. They can review the animal, advise on what treatment plans we can give to that animal, and we can then provide better care to that animal. Another key benefit would be in terms of traceability and accountability. Any animal facility management software will help in terms of compliance with regulations, passing IACUC inspections, accreditation such as ALAC, but also things such as renewing funding applications, because it will help us track the matrices of what those animals were used for, any severity limits that those animals were subject to, etc.
But a lot of my team are working different hours and some are working from home.
Yeah, so certainly currently there are a lot of challenges with people being short-staffed, people working from home, and restructuring the way people work. But actually what we can do is we can turn that around and look at it in terms of an advantage. Because whilst people are working at home, they can be more focused on the implementation of the software. Part of what we do is we work with you to analyse how you work and the processes that you work, the way your facility is laid out, and the way that you operate. So it means that we can focus people's attention onto this project. They can take responsibility for a part of the software and evaluating how it works based on how they work, and really utilise the time where they would normally be working with the animals more hands-on to really focus on optimizing the software and how you will use it in your facility.
How long will it take to get started using a software like Enos?
So what we do is we work with you to define your requirements. We work with you to define what your timeline is for implementing the software. We work with you to identify who are the key people that need to be involved, because we need to involve people such as the end users, so the technicians, the researchers, the facility management staff, but also we might want to include people in finance or your IT team, for example. So we're working with you to identify all those key people, but also to explain and sell the benefit of the project. And then we're going to work with you to define what your expectations are. What are your key goals of having the software? What are your pain points for your current processes? How do we optimize all of that? In terms of the timeline for the project, we can work with anything from 4 weeks to whatever timeline works for you. We want to make sure that you have a successful implementation of the Enos software.
What are the next steps then?
Yeah, so the next steps for Enos is get in touch with us. We can then arrange a demonstration of the software looking at specifically how your facility operates, and we can start the initial analysis process to better understand how your facility operates and how what you do in a functional scenario translates into an Enos function. So if you would like more information, please get in touch and we can set up a demonstration with you.
If you have a project or questions, feel free to contact us by email or through our website.